This is the BBC calling Europe. The BBC calling Europe. Here is the news, and this is John Snagg reading it. Enemy forces appear to have been taken off their guard by an armored thrust by the United States Third Army into the triangular terrain formed by the converging rivers Moselle and Saar. A total of 2,400 prisoners were taken, and reconnaissance elements of the Third Army entered Saarburg. In the air, more than 1,200 liberators and fortresses took part in yesterday's concentrated attack on Nuremberg, dropping nearly 40,000 incendiaries and about 15,000 high explosives on factories and marshalling yards. 20 of our aircraft are missing. In Brandenburg, the Soviet High Command reported last night Russian troops fought their way into more than 50 inhabited places, among them Grafenheim, Breifeld, and the Forest.
How's your Russian coming along, George?
Fine. I'm beginning to lose my craving for caviar.
If I was you, I should acquire a taste for Hershey bars and chewing gum.
Moscow,
Got it back, I think.
Marshal Stalin, in an order of the day, addressed to Marshal Rokossovsky,
Sondermeldung. Bericht direkt von Führers Hauptquartier. Heute früh haben Halifax und Lancaster Bomber von der RAF wieder ihre feindlichen Angriffe gegen Zivilisten in Köln und Nürnberg fortgesetzt. 48 englische Flugzeuge sind abgeschossen worden. Auf der östlichen Front haben die Bolschewisten wieder angegriffen. Alle sind zurückgeschlagen worden. Breslau bleibt deutsch.
Off.
Im Westen.
The news is heartening, eh, Winter?
Yes, Herr Major.
The Führer understands our problem. We must gain time. That is all. Time. Hold on, and we must win. Everyone knows the British have been scared out of their wits by our V1s and V2s, And the flying bombs are only just the beginning. What does the expression heavy water mean to you?
Herr Major?
Well?
Beg to admit, nothing, Herr Major.
I should hope not. Look. Look at them. The important thing, Winter, is to understand the psychology of the enemy. The English, you see, have one serious failing. They simply cannot adapt themselves to a new territorial situation. You can spot them from a distance of 500 meters. They cannot, so to speak, blend into the landscape. Hence the failure of so many of their escape attempts. Wherever they are, they remain what they are. The English. Stoic? Yes. But to survive, to win through, you need to be able to take on the colors of your surroundings, like certain animals, like...
The chameleon, Herr Major?
Correct. Green when hiding among leaves, gray when moving over flat ground. Have you observed, Winter? Even our Commandant has chosen, in the pursuit of political aims, of course, to take on a few of the behavioral characteristics of some of the prisoners. The British officer and gentleman, when the occasion demands it. What was it you wished to say, Winter?
Colonel Preston is waiting to see you. He has been waiting for some time.
Good. And send him in. Why is he not seeing the Commandant, by the way?
The Commandant has not yet returned from talks at party headquarters. The Colonel's application in writing was passed to this office.
Yes, I remember. Colonel Preston wishes to complain about the quality of the food served in this hotel. Send him in.
Colonel Preston.
Colonel.
Major, I asked for an interview with the Commandant.
Yes, you are no doubt aware. The Commandant is aware at this moment. He's attending a conference at party headquarters.
I see. As I have already pointed out to the Commandant, the rations for my officers are becoming totally inadequate. In fact, the level of diet now has fallen well below the regulations laid
You
down.
don't look as though you are starving. If you'll pardon my saying so.
Of late, my officers have been reduced to making soup from potato peelings and swede trimmings.
Well, if things get any worse, Colonel, I would suggest you address your complaints to RAF Bomber Command, whose indiscriminate terror bombings is directly...
You are feeling the effect, then?
No, you are. Isn't that the point of this visit? In any case, I was not aware of any contraventions on our part. Today's Friday, is it not? Dinner. Jam substitute, 20 grams. Bread, 300 grams. Cheese, 31.25 grams. Well, it is not the Ritz, Colonel, but unless you have some concrete suggestions to offer.
Yes, I have. I would ask the Commandant to rescind the order forbidding us to keep chickens and rabbits.
Rabbits? Well, I never thought the day would come, Colonel, when I would see you groveling in this office, begging to be allowed to keep rabbits.
I would hardly consider an official request.
And you say you are winning the war, rabbits?
Yes, I understand that you keep a few.
You must learn to tighten your belts a little, Colonel. When I was at the Russian front, there were days on end when supplies didn't reach us at all.
Well, that problem must almost be solved, because the front is nearly on your doorstep now, isn't it?
Upon his return, I will acquaint the Commandant with your request. He will undoubtedly reply in writing in due course, Colonel.
Major.
You won't be long, will you?
I'll try. It's very difficult. My brother.
You're... where?
In my room, resting.
Since when?
Last night. Refugee.
From where?
Bombed out. 5 minutes.
Thank you, Anna.
Seen you here before, haven't I? No accounting for taste. Personally, I prefer my eggs soft-boiled. Anyway, we're all refugees these days, aren't we? They come pouring through the town like gypsies. Result, you can't get a decent cup of coffee anywhere. Wish you'd tell me something. Who does what to whom? Wiedersehen, Herr.
The German greeting is Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler. This place is like a pigsty.
So your factory was bombed out, then why were we not transferred to another?
What other? They've all been reduced to rubble. From here to Dresden.
But to flee, to leave your post.
Oh, Major, we're past all that. Surely you know. It's the end.
You realize you could be arrested for defeatist talk?
I'm telling you in your own interest. Believe me. As an old friend of my sister's.
Didn't you hear the Fuhrer's speech yesterday? It's right there in the paper. National Socialist Germany will fight this war until the scales of history are turned as they will be this very year. There can be no question of a German defeat.
You're an intelligent man, Herr Major, but you live behind walls. I mean, look at the evidence.
What evidence? You mean the propaganda of the BBC? It's true, we're going through a difficult period,
For God's sake, keep your voices down, both of you. They've got Spitzel everywhere.
Forgive me, Anna, but as Dr. Goebbels has said, better an end with terror than a terror without end. We need time. Our Reich will recover.
This is all Reich, Herr Major.
Why are you showing me this filth? I'm fully aware that the Führer's final solution to the Jewish problem is drastic, but once again, as Dr. Goebbels has told us, you cannot argue with vermin. Or try to re-educate bacilli. They must be rendered harmless as speedily and efficiently as possible.
They're not Jews. They're Germans. Our people. Us. I passed through Dresden, or what's left of it. At every street corner, the corpses were piled high to be burned by flamethrowers. Our cities are charred ruins. We have no answer to the air attacks. We have no answer to the Russian drive from the east. Our defenses in the West are crumbling.
I forbid you to go on like this. It's treason, it's lies, it's propaganda.
It's the truth.
Drink your coffee.
In the streets, ordinary people are openly mocking men who are still in uniform. They know it's all over. Another week, another month. We have lost. And this you know as well as I. Our enemy is to demand revenge, unconditional surrender. War crimes. You are in a very exposed situation, my friend.
That's enough.
Right. But take my advice. I'm trying to get through to the south. The mountains. In your place, I disappear now before it's too late. Change your name. Start again in Sweden or Chile.
Unlike you, my friend, I shall do my duty until the end.
It's up to you. But as far as I'm concerned, it's every man for himself now. Wiedersehen.
Well, did you take it in? Will you?
What? Get out? Desert my post? Have you gone mad, Anna? Has everyone gone mad?
You will get out. You must.
What are you talking about? Escape from Colditz? No, my dear, no. If it should become necessary, I shall have recourse to more intelligent methods.
Oh, of course.
After all, it is not too late to establish, to prove one's innocence.
To the enemy?
In any case, Anna, you and I, we have often talked. We've had many private conversations. You know, I was always against it.
Against what?
Against all this, the excesses, the means used by certain elements in the party. You are my witness of my growing disillusionment with the regime, my determination on simple humanitarian grounds to look after my own prisoners.
Of course, I will do anything to help you. I always have. But?
But? As your brother says, it's every man for himself, huh?
Oh. Be careful.
So easy, fellas.
For you.
You sure you haven't got another couple hidden up your sleeve somewhere?
Come on, let's try again. Here comes the conscience of the fatherland.
Regulation 54/B. No unauthorized games of chance in the courtyard. Gentlemen?
All right, we're to carry on. Trying to keep warm, gentlemen? What is the name of the game, if one might inquire?
Match game, sir. Captured from the Japanese at Okinawa.
Really? The idea or the matches?
Both, I guess.
Ah, well. If you are running short of games, let me know, gentlemen. Good morning.
Oh, I wonder what he's up to.
Well, when cat's away, the mice will...
Sure, but what'll they pay? 3.
Of course they still have a radio.
Security checks have been thorough.
Then security has failed, They are still reading out the the BBC's lies to each other over their breakfasts.
Acting upon instructions from the Commandant.
The Commandant is, as you are no doubt aware, Ulmann away at party headquarters, attending a conference discussing the coordination of emergency defense measures in the event of a military attack upon Colditz. I am in command.
Jawohl, Herr Major.
So you had better leave the matter of the concealed radio to me, huh? A little basic cunning, Ulmann. Men can be manipulated. And one day, a functioning radio may be of greater value to us than a captured one. Do you follow me?
I must confess that I...
sit down then, Ulmann, please. Please, sit down. Ulmann. If the worst should ever come to the worst, and I'm not saying it will, of course, I'm merely, as it were, testing your responses. You understand me?
Yeah.
Well, in such an unlikely event, the enemy would want to deal with someone they feel they can trust, correct?
Right.
And that regrettably eliminates the Commandant.
Eliminates?
Well, because he is the Commandant, surely that is obvious. Now, Ulmann, would you say that I, personally, have always behaved with total correctness where the welfare of the prisoners is concerned?
Yes, sir.
And you would be prepared to swear an affidavit to that effect. Good. Now, would you, and we're speaking quite theoretically and in total confidence, of course, would you feel similarly free to give the same assurances where the Commandant is concerned? And do let me assure you, Ulmann, you would undoubtedly be questioned if the worst came to the worst. And, of course, I, for my part, as second in command, would be questioned about your conduct. Am I making myself quite clear, Ulmann?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, is there anything you wish to say to me?
Merely, Herr Major, that, like you, I am convinced we shall win in the end.
On that we have the Führer's word, have we not? Tell me, Mr. Carter, how does it stand?
What?
The score?
4-1.
Ah, good, good. Of course, we Germans have hitherto never distinguished ourselves at football. As for the Americans, well, it is not their game. But in Germany, we have always held traditional British football in the highest esteem. I'm sorry.
English football.
Ah, yes, yes, of course, English football. Remind me, Mr. Carter, was it the Everton or the Wolverhampton who won the championship in '39?
The Everton.
Ah, yes, the Everton. Certainly an enthusiast like myself envies you your James, your Drake.
Huh?
Edward Drake, the centre forward, the FC Arsenal London.
Oh, Ted Drake.
Oh, yes, when he shot those goals in 35. No, that's right. That's 35, yes. When he shot those 7 goals against the Aston Villa, well, it caused a sensation in Germany. The newspapers were full of it. 7-0 against the Aston Villa. You remember it, of course.
No, I support the Harlequins.
Ah, the Harlequins. Yes, fine team. Well handled, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Major.
Well, we must have some more agreeable conversations about football exchange, news and views. Perhaps one could ask Colonel Preston.
Yes, I think you should.
I will. Well, I've enjoyed our chat, Mr. Carter. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Just between ourselves, you realize, it is becoming more and more difficult for the mail to get through, owing to the intensification of the Allied bombing.
Oh?
But in the absence of the Commandant, I have personally intervened at some risk. And there will be a distribution of mail tonight. Perhaps, who knows, there may even be a letter from your Cathy. Well, enjoy your game, Mr. Carter. Winter!
Creep.
The following communique was issued this afternoon from the Führer's headquarters.
3 hearts.
Here is an official translation.
It's Bridge, old man, not Pope.
In their counteroffensive against Russian infiltration in the Danzig area, units of the Wehrmacht inflicted unprecedented heavy casualties on the enemy before entrenching themselves in prepared positions.
Good Lord, Ivan's got
In
guns.
pursuit of their air terror policy, Anglo-American aircraft last night concentrated their cowardly attack on civilian targets in Leipzig and Kassel.
We know, old man, we heard it.
East of the Rhine, German forces have successfully contained Allied bridgeheads.
The Huns lost the Rhine.
3 more months?
The Führer issued the following statement today.
No bid.
No power on earth can weaken us. The Jewish Bolshevik-Belt conspiracy can be met only with one reply. The most resolute fanaticism.
3-9 trumps.
One final effort, and God in His mercy will grant to our nation a triumph of endurance through its darkest hours. You have been listening to the words of the Führer. Heil Hitler!
They're giving up. 4 spades.
Please remain seated, gentlemen. My visit is an informal one. Winter, chair. Well, I trust you have found some improvement in your rations.
No one could fault the new carrot jam.
It is the same for all of us, gentlemen.
I like it. The jam.
Oh, good. Good. I have something else I hope you might like. Winter again. I thought this might help to pass the long evenings. This is a German game called Trust. If I may, I shall explain it to you. You see, these squares represent property. And every player has one of those pieces which he moves after throwing the dice. This is paper money. The idea is to acquire property and build houses. It may sound complicated, but...
No, not really, no. We call this German game Monopoly, Major.
Really? It is permitted in England to play German games during the wartime. It is remarkable.
Well, thank you, Major. Trust will make a welcome change from Bridge.
Not at all. Gentlemen.
And do give our thanks to the Commandant, if and when he returns.
Colonel Dodd, I should like to see you tomorrow morning after appel in my office.
Why not?
I enjoy talking to you, Colonel. You are a most perceptive man. Well, only last night I was reading the works of your great national poet, Walt Whitman. A truly great American. Perhaps you would care to borrow the book.
No, thanks, I've read Whitman. I prefer Dashiell Hammett.
Ah. His poetry is in translation?
I doubt it.
Would you care for a cigar, Colonel?
Thank you. Mayor, this excessive politeness isn't a prelude to intimidation or perhaps a little bribery.
Permissible joke. Colonel, would you say that I personally have always done my best within the limits of the Geneva Convention to make life here at Colditz a little easier for you all?
I've no personal complaints. As for those commandos, they're no longer in a position to make any complaints, are they?
As I said, Colonel, within the limits of the Geneva Convention. For instance, you see, recently you were ill. Now, during that time, you received the best medical attention our facilities could provide, did you not? And I give you my word, our conversation is absolutely confidential.
I'd like to ask you something. You're not by any chance in the market for a little insurance policy?
I don't follow you, Colonel.
I think you do. Back home, we call it protection. If I were you, I think I'd address myself to the Commandant or to Colonel Preston, not to me.
You are telling me we have lost the war, is that it?
Yeah.
Colonel, any child knows whatever the outcome, the real losers will be the British. They have exhausted themselves in this futile struggle. In the end, it will be you Americans and us against the Bolsheviks.
So?
A historical inevitability. There will be a period of transition, and then you will have to find people you can depend on. People upon whose efficiency and Yes. Obedience, you could depend.
Now, let me get this straight. We're talking about the state of the world after the war.
I am talking about Colditz. Now, if I may say so, Colonel, I am not without means.
Reichsmarks?
Swiss francs.
So you offer me some sort of a deal?
No deal. Just fairness. Fairness and foresight.
I stand corrected. Look, I'm an optimist. When the end comes, I'm sure we'll all get our just desserts.
It looks as though your friends are paying us another visit, Captain. I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to return to your quarters.
And in broad daylight, too.
You know, Ulmann, the arrogance of these people is beyond belief. As if they did not know it was well within the realms of possibility that before the end we might be given orders to shoot all the prisoners.
Or hold them hostage to get better ceasefire terms.
The important thing, Ulmann, is psychology at all times. Psychology, pure and simple. Let me give you an example. Now, the French. The French hate us. The Americans, they are too naive to understand even themselves. But the British? The British basically admire us. They have a sneaking respect for our efficiency, our diligence, our correctness, our intelligence, our flexibility. And like us, they hate the Jews. You only have to read their literature.
You think it's possible to make a deal with the British?
I want you to call a Sondra appel this evening in the British quarters. The following officers will attend.
Herr Major, would it not be better to wait till the return of the consul?
Sondra appel, British quarters, 1800 hours. Understand? Don't worry, Ulmann, huh? As they say, you never hear the one that kills you. Just because your nation and mine have been locked in a bitter struggle brought about, as you know and appreciate, by the machinations of the Bolsheviks and international Jewry, that is all, Winter. You may go. Gentlemen, I think perhaps the time has come when we should consider more our common interests rather than our differences. Hence this meeting. I have never concealed from you all my admiration for certain aspects of British fair play and justice, and I have no doubt that we can reach agreement over certain undeniable propositions.
What exactly is your premise, Major?
The premise is that despite great difficulties of supply, etc., you have always been treated fairly and honorably. Escape attempts have been dealt with leniently. You have been granted every permissible amenity, sports, exercise, adequate rations.
Room service?
Yes, very good. Yes, indeed, Mr. Downing. Room service. And I think this may be the proper time to remind you that such advantages have not been achieved without great personal efforts on the part of those who have been and still are, gentlemen, in charge of your welfare. I have therefore prepared a document to this effect, and subject to any emendations that you may see fit to make, I would like you now to sign it.
To what effect?
To the effect that your treatment at Colditz has been humane and in accordance with the Geneva Convention. I think this might prove worthy of your serious consideration.
Carry on.
Everything in order?
Yes, Herr Kommandant. Any news, sir?
News?
The requested reinforcements.
There will be no reinforcements and no request for leave until further notice.
Yes, sir.
Where's Major Mohn?
Addressing the British prisoners, sir.
Addressing? On what subject?
I don't know, sir.
Oh, by whose authority?
Yours, surely, sir.
Mine?
So I was given to understand by the Major.
Is there a memorandum to that effect?
I beg your pardon, sir.
If Major Mohn is addressing the British prisoners, the subject of his address is logged somewhere, surely.
It would seem the Major did not deem necessary to inform me of his purpose, sir.
Ulmann, I'm not a child. Has there been some irregularity in my absence?
Irregularity? No, sir, I wouldn't precisely call it.
Ulmann, are you sick? You will report to me everything that has occurred in my absence.
Herr Kommandant, I assure you that I have nothing to report.
I believe you have a great deal to report. And you will do so now. At once.
Let me remind you, gentlemen, that the war is not yet lost by us. You must not be misled by the propaganda of the BBC. In the West, the military triumphs of Feldmarschall Kesselring must not be overlooked. And one should not make the primitive mistake of underestimating one's opponent.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. I know perfectly well that you have a concealed wireless. If it has not been confiscated, it is clearly because we have chosen not to do so.
Sir, Herr Major.
I give the strictest instructions not to
The
be
Commandant
disturbed.
has returned and wishes to see you at once in his office.
Very well. You must excuse me, gentlemen. You may sign it in my absence. Gentlemen, I leave myself in your hands.
Has anyone got a pencil?
We're not going to go on with this farce, are we?
Why not?
No, Ulmann. It was entirely correct that you should report these matters to me.
Thank you, sir.
Come.
Sir, delighted to see you back.
Thank you. You may go, Hauptmann. I have a very disquieting report here, Major Mohn.
From Ulmann? I have been entirely concerned with carrying out your orders, sir.
I don't remember ordering you to make approaches to British prisoners.
You surely realize, sir, that I was acting solely for your own protection.
I doubt if I need your protection. It is not yet the end of the day. And if the military struggle is lost...
Your words, sir, not mine.
You know as much about the military situation as I do, probably more.
Precisely, sir. That is why I felt it incumbent upon me to put certain protective plans into operation during your absence.
To make our peace with our likely conquerors, you mean?
What I mean, sir, is that in view of the conditions prevailing in another type of German camp, and I'm sure I need not mention any names, sir, the enemy will believe anything of a camp commandant. And above all, sir, we must present a united front to the enemy.
You mean when the Americans or the Russians come, we'll both find ourselves in the same boat?
Not quite, sir. Undoubtedly, there will be atrocity stories, lies about certain events here at Colditz.
Events? What events?
You must surely realize, sir, that the English will stop at nothing to revenge themselves on us. Our scrupulous fairness in the face of severe provocation on their part will count for nothing.
Are you by any chance making out a case to excuse the fact that not so long ago, shots were actually fired in this camp?
Self-defense, sir.
I see, you are making out a case.
Shots were fired into the air, sir. No one was severely hurt. I am prepared to produce reliable witnesses.
Are you indeed? And about the way you handled the matter of the commandos? And the pending death sentence on Carrington?
I made the charge, sir, which you authorized and forwarded to Leipzig. You see, sir, the Allies would have to choose between your word and mine. And as of this moment, I have every reason to believe that the British contingent is far more likely to support my interpretation of your conduct than your own. You must see, sir.
Oh, I do see, my own. Very clearly.
I knew you would, sir.
As you must see that in view of what has just passed between us, I should hand you over to the SS.
Perhaps you should. But it is understood between us that you would not dream of it.
Why not?
Because you have clearly incurred the displeasure of party headquarters over your leniency vis-à-vis the prisoners to attempt at this late stage to blacken the name of a highly connected party man like myself. Most unwise, sir.
Have you finished?
No, sir, I have not. I must say I find your innocence, shall one say, quite staggering. I could at this moment call in the Gestapo and offer proof of acts of betrayal on your part. I could even shoot you and swear it was in self-defense.
You are merely saying that all moral standards have gone.
I am saying this. As of this moment, for us, there is only naked survival, and you know it.
You are debasing yourself and your country, Mohn. I still believe there to be certain standards, rules, basic moral decencies. This is not yet the jungle.
Where have you been for the last 12 years? We have been living in the depths of the jungle since 1933. All right, so you chose to blind yourself to everything around you, to the truth, to see only the rules. Well, now there are no rules, and there is nothing left for you to hang on to. Believe me, it will not be very long before your kind of German is the laughingstock of the world.
And your kind of German?
Will be needed. On that you may rely.
By whom?
By the victors, sir, by the victors.
History will be the judge of that, Major. Meanwhile, you are relieved of all duties here at Colditz.
Sir, these polemical discussions serve no purpose. Allow me to be constructive. I have money in Switzerland, enough for two. There is still time.
You may go.
You still refuse to see the facts.
Ulmann!
Sir.
Major Mohn is not well. Have him escorted to his quarters. You will take over all his duties until further notice.
The United States Third Army's advance along a broad front east of the Rhine continues to meet only token resistance. In a single day, 26 German towns were captured. Wherever Allied troops appear, in the windows of houses, the swastika seems to have been replaced by the white flag. Meanwhile, on the eastern front, the new Russian offensive launched southeast of Stettin continues, and has already advanced within...
Colonel Preston, you asked to see me, Major. I understood that you were sick.
It's just a recurrence of my own problem. Would you please sit down, Colonel? Please.
Thank you.
Colonel, I wonder if, for once, we may speak to each other frankly, as man to man.
By all means.
Thank you, Colonel. There are certain universal truths known to us both. By an accident of history, we have found ourselves on opposing sides, but we have much in common. We have both seen a great deal of action. We have both been decorated for bravery. We are not only patriots, we are members of the same class, the same elite. The men at the top who will rule this God-forsaken world, whatever happens. There is a natural law that separates the mob from the rulers. And as co-members of that elite, we have a duty to each other to pool our resources. I see by your expression that you understand what I'm saying. What do you say, my friend?
Well, I would say, Major, that I very much doubt if there is one man in this castle, either captor or captive, who would lift one little finger to help you save your skin. You've asked me to be frank. Allow me to say that I, as one member of your international fascist elite, will give 3 resounding cheers to see you roast in hell. Good night, Major Mohn.
Yes? Who?
It's me, Anna, listen.
I can't talk now, you know that.
Can I call you later?
We're closing because of the air raids.
Then, Anna, stay on the phone and listen. You promised to help me. I need you, Anna. I need you to go to a few places for me. The bank and the railway station. I will take you with me, Anna.
I thought you decided there were more intelligent ways of coping with
Anna,
it.
listen. I will take you with me. We'll go to Switzerland. We'll be safe and together, I promise.
You must imagine you're talking to someone else.
Anna!
There's no one here who can help you now.
Anna, listen! Anna, you must help me. I have been betrayed by everybody. It is impossible for me to remain here a day longer. Just a few simple instructions, Anna, for old time's sake.
Will you please
Anna,
get off the line?
Anna, you will listen. I know too much about you and that Gestapo man in Dresden and those girls. I closed my eyes to it at the time, but now such information as I have about you, Anna, could make life very...
I don't know you. Wrong number.
Winter! Winter! Major?
What precisely is going on here?
Orders, sir. All livestock is to be evacuated.
Why? On whose orders?
Party headquarters, sir. General food shortage. All animals have been commandeered.
Why was I not informed?
Orders from the Commandant, sir.
Those are my rabbits, Winter. That is my personal property.
Orders, sir.
Orders! I want to remind you, Winter, that I am second in command here. And I am ordering you to cease this evacuation forthwith. Furthermore, I am making you personally responsible for the welfare of those animals. I shall look into this.
Alles gut.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll swap you Bahnhofstrasse for Wienerstrasse.
No, I want to build a few houses on Wienerstrasse. I hear there's a lot of open space.
Come along, Colonel. No private treaties. You'll go, George. Keep the
I think old Mohn deserves this vote of thanks. It's a democratic vote for good behaviour.
Full marks for generosity.
Yeah.
Perhaps you ought to offer him 8. Opportunity to use one of our escape routes. Blast. Schloss Alley. You'll go, Colonel.
No, wait. Schloss Alley, that's my property. Schloss Alley with one hotel is 400,000 Reichsmark. I think that puts you out.
No, wait a minute. No, we're going to be able to raise it. Hang on, I'll just have a...
While you do...
Delivery time?
Yeah.
George, how did you feel like the odd Bahnhof?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey! I'm in jail.
Mr. Carter.
Sorry to have been so long about this, sir, but it took rather a long time to get everyone's signature. We got them all, even Colonel Preston. He looks nice and official. We, the undersigned, wish to confirm that in his capacity as second in command of Off-Flag 4C Colditz, Major Horst Mohn was personally responsible for the following: the illegal confiscation and interference with prisoners' mail, the use of radio equipment for the illegal purpose of eavesdropping on prisoners' private conversations.
You will regret this, I assure you.
The unjustified destruction of prisoners' Red Cross parcels, the execution of 3 British commandos...
I was not responsible for their deaths.
Now, in that nice blue suit, you look almost human. You thinking of leaving us?
I said I was not responsible for their deaths.
Yeah, I heard you. You can read the rest of this in your own sweet time. Just remember, Major, when this war's over and you're living off your Swiss francs in St. Moritz or Istanbul or wherever, remember to once in a while just look over your shoulder.
Winter! I called for Winter. Where is he?
Back to report, sir. Feldwebel Winter has been seconded to the security.
Get out! Get out! Attention! Which one of you has been smoking? This place stinks of tobacco. I will give you just 3 seconds to report yourself, or your comrade. Very well. You will both report to me at 0600. Is that clear? All right. All right, carry on. Everything in order? Right. I'll see you in the morning.
Regret, Herr Major.
What?
All leave is cancelled. Including all overnight passes. Orders of the Commandant. Regret, Herr Major.
Must I remind you that I am second in command here? Those orders do not apply to me.
Regret, Herr Major. Nobody passes this entrance. Nothing, except the poor animals.
Lights out! Move yourself, man! Move, go on!